Well, here we are. The Chargers have interviewed everybody. And I don't think it's a dog and pony show. I think it's probably the best head coaching vacancy in the NFL because of the quarterback, Justin Herbert, the wide receivers, whatever the mix might be at running back, and Derwin James. They have interviewed virtually everybody. I was told Harbaugh wants 12 to 15 million per year and player personnel authority in addition to selecting who's going to be in the front office as it relates to player evaluations, scouting, etc.
Wow.
That's a lot to ask for. But then again, John, we're talking track record 49ers, track record University of Michigan. Now, Harbaugh has interviewed not just with the Bolts, he just interviewed this week with Atlanta. And I'm of the opinion or waiting to see if he goes and has a sit down with the Raiders. But you know his brand is developing skill players. His brand is developing big, tough maulers. His brand is developing offensive and defensive lines. What do the Chargers need? Yeah, check all those boxes.
Yeah, all of them.
That's where we are with Harbaugh. I'm surprised they have not made a call to Bill Belichick. I was told this morning that Belichick is back in Atlanta for a second meeting. And I projected a week ago when he exited New England, landing spot would be Atlanta. Now he's in the process at this hour of having a second meeting with them. You know, he's a leader. He's a motivator. His attention to detail is through the roof. That's how he survived, won all those rings with Tom Brady over a 24-year period. They've not called him. They've not called Pete Carroll. Don't understand this. If you're interviewing all marquee names, why would you not interview this guy based on what he did in Seattle Seahawks, Super Bowl, first place finishes, NFC championship games? Based on what he did at Southern Cal, from a marketing standpoint, that would be a wow hire. He brings energy. His offense plays fast. He has great athletic defenses. Why have you not interviewed Pete Carroll? Now, they have interviewed 8 other assistants, including Leslie Frazier, former head coach, Raheem Morris, former head coach. Friday, they're interviewing Dan Quinn of the Dallas Cowboys. And out of nowhere, I was told today they're meeting with Mike Vrabel, the deposed head coach of the Tennessee Titans. And they've interviewed, this came out of nowhere, David Shaw, longtime NFL assistant, former 12-year veteran head coach at Stanford. So I give them credit because they've cast the net really far and wide, even though they never called Carroll, never called Belichick. So, John, I gave you a laundry list of names. Your thoughts on Harbaugh or Belichick or Pete Carroll or now Mike Vrabel's arrival at this hour in Los Angeles. What do you think they do?
I think the Chargers are going to screw it up. That's what they're going to do, right?
Chargering.
Yeah, so you figure Belichick goes to Atlanta. They're not interviewing Carroll. Let's just say Harbaugh gets overwhelmed by an offer somewhere or decides to stay at Michigan. And then suddenly, yeah, it's David Shaw or it's Mike Vrabel or it's going to be a hot coordinator, another hot coordinator like Ben Johnson. You know, I don't see the Spanos family relinquishing all that power to Harbaugh, to player personnel, put his guys in the front office. The Spanoses have like this big ego, you know, and they want to be the guy in charge, and it's nepotism, and that's a hard thing to unplug.
Nothing wrong with nepotism if you're on the receiving end. Just ask John Spanos. If they lose Harbaugh, that's a blow to credibility on top of all the other mistakes this organization has made. Only time will tell. If you're a Chargers fan, feel free to jump on board. Give us your opinion about the, quote, first family of football.